Geez, could you imagine trying to be a neighbor and wanting to walk on this sidewalk? It is super overgrown all the way down, and yeah, this house is all boarded up and extremely overgrown. It looks like a really nice house though, so I don't know why whoever owns it doesn't fix it up and either rent it out or sell it, because people are needing houses around here. But I think we'll go ahead and get this one cleaned up for the neighborhood and get it looking real good for everybody. Well, this might be the decision that puts me in the hospital.
Hey everyone, Spencer here with SB Mowing, and when I was driving around this neighborhood, I saw this house with a crazy overgrown lawn, but what really stuck out to me was the sidewalk going all the way down the side of the house that was super overgrown with grass, dirt, and the weed trees that were growing through the fence were completely covering it. So I knew I wanted to get cleaned up, so I went around the house just to check out what was going on. All the windows were boarded up, so it was obviously vacant, but the edges were getting super overgrown and the grass was getting super tall, so I thought I would go ahead and take care of it for all the neighbors living around it. Plus, I tried something new on this one because there was a ton of poison ivy covering up this sidewalk and I really wanted to get it clear. So I purchased some disposable hazmat suits and I tried it for the first time. And it actually worked because I only got a little bit of poison ivy, but usually when I do a job like this and go through that type of poison ivy, I'm super allergic to it, so I will get it all over my body and the rash will last for months. So just a little bit on my arms and my neck isn't that bad, but the only downside to using the hazmat suit is it is really, really hot. I wore it for about 2 hours in the middle of the day and I was really overheating by the end of it. So next time I'll have to come super early in the morning and take care of all the poison ivy first thing with the hazmat suit. But overall, I'm really glad I used it because the before and afters are awesome on this one, and now the neighbors can use the sidewalks freely and all the curbs are free from overgrowth to help the drainage for the entire area. But anyways, if you haven't done so yet, go down below for me and click that subscribe button, as it's really the best way to support this work that I do. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I hope you enjoy this crazy transformation. SB Mowing, out. Hey everyone, Spencer here real quick, and I wanted to take a second to talk to you all about time, which is one of our most precious commodities. Personally for me, especially during mowing season, I just feel like I'm working all the time and it's really hard to find time to help myself grow spiritually, mentally, physically, or just find time to do things that are fun. I've had a lot of people asking me how they can actually use their time to help themselves grow. Well, Hillsdale College is making this easier than ever because they're offering more than 40 free online courses to anybody. And you heard me right, they're offering over 40 free online courses that you can sign up for. You can learn about C.S. Lewis, the Book of Genesis, the meaning behind the U.S. Constitution, and there's a ton more. Personally, when you see me working on these lawns, I've got earbuds in, listening to Hillsdale courses all the time. And right now, I'm personally taking The Rise and Fall of the Roman Republic. It's a 12-lecture series that walks through how the Roman Republic went from a tiny village to a Mediterranean superpower and how it eventually collapsed into tyranny. It explores the virtues that kept the Republic strong, an examination of why Rome collapsed into tyranny, and the challenges common to free governments just like ours in America across time. And the best part, besides being completely free, is that it's self-paced. You can do it on your time just like I do after long days of mowing or editing. So go right now to hillsdale.edu/sbmowing to enroll. There's no cost and it's super easy to get started. Again, that's hillsdale.edu/sbmowing to enroll completely free. hillsdale.edu/sbmowing. But anyways, I've got this crazy yard to get back to cleaning up. Thank you so much to Hillsdale for supporting my work. Let's get back to this cleanup.
right, everybody, so I've got this last long sidewalk going along the side of the house, and I really want to get cleaned up. But the issue is literally the entire fence line is infested with poison ivy. This is all poison ivy, this is all poison ivy. It's all along the bottom of the fence, completely covering the sidewalk, and it goes all the way down and gets even worse as you get down there. But I really want to clean it up. I've been suffering from a poison ivy rash for like the last month, and every summer I just get into it and I have the rash basically the entire summer. And so I really want to clean this up so that people can use this sidewalk in this neighborhood again. And so I've got a hazmat suit. I'm gonna try it out. It might be the worst decision I've ever made because I'm extremely allergic to this stuff. Even getting close to it, sometimes I get it. And so we're gonna put this on, we're gonna get cleaned up, and hopefully I don't get any poison ivy.
All right, everybody, we just got finished up. This place is looking awesome. You can actually see the fence. The neighbors can walk on the sidewalks all the way around the house, and then the water is gonna drain so easily into these drains. Plus, I got probably about 60 to 70% of the poison ivy taken care of. I got it all cut back away from the fence. I got probably 3/4 of the way down the fence and got it all out of the fence there, but the vines are just super thick and they're winding all through the chain link, and there's no way I'm gonna be able to take care of that without really ripping out the fence. Plus, this is really a test for me to see if the hazmat suit worked. Give me any suggestions on what I should do to cover up my face. It does suck because I was getting really hot and a little bit overheated at times with that thing on, but I'm hoping that it helps me not get poison ivy because I'm extremely allergic to it. And so this is a good test to see if that helped keep me poison ivy free and rash free. If it did help quite a bit, I've got more of them in my truck and I'll use them in the future. But if it didn't work, it's honestly not worth it for me to take on houses like these where poison ivy is just everywhere. But we'll see about that, and I'll let y'all know how it goes. Anyways, I just want to say that I really appreciate each and every one of you watching to the very end of this video. It really helps to support my work. But if you want to support me a little bit further, you can head over to sbmowing.com/shop and pick up any of my awesome merchandise like an SB Mowing hat, an SB Mowing shirt, I'm Sexy and I Mow It shirt, or any of the awesome designs that I have over there. Or if you need some handheld equipment, I sell the exact same Mariama equipment that you see me use in every single video. I sell trimmers, edgers, blowers, all the way from homeowner grade to the big commercial ones. But anyways, I just hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, a great rest of your week, and I'll see you next Friday. SB Mowing, out!